Today I want to teach you how to make Labneh, which is a delicious creamy cheese made from yogurt, and you can even make it with kefir. What you're first going to need is ultra pasteurized milk, and you can use 2%, zero fat, whole milk, all of them will work, and even the non-fat makes a creamy yogurt. You're going to heat the milk to 110 degrees. I put it on the boil setting on my Instapot. And once it gets to 110, then you're going to add your starter. I'm using a Greek yogurt starter. You can also use skyr, and this makes really creamy yogurt. And I'm going to use 2 packages because each package makes a half a gallon. So I want to make a big one because a lot of the whey drips out. So I make a lot of yogurt each week. So I make about a gallon each week. And I like the Greek one and I like the skyr one too. Both of them make really good Labneh yogurts or cheeses. So you want to put both of those packages in there and then use your whisk to stir it around. That's just to get it well distributed. And then you want to put it on 8 hours at 110 degrees Fahrenheit and let it ferment. And then in 8 hours you can check it and see if it's thick. And if it's got a thick curd or a creamy thick curd, then it is ready to go. I usually refrigerate this before I strain it to make it even thicker. Now you're going to want to have something that you can strain it with. And I have this cool strainer that has a mesh bag that I put over it. You can also use a coffee filter and a regular mesh strainer in a bowl. And you just scoop out the yogurt into the little strainer. And after you've got it all in there, you're going to want to let it sit for anywhere. I like to let mine sit for at least 24 hours. This little one has one where you can pull it up. And I usually let it strain a little bit before I do this. But you can strain it, pull this up, and you can hang it on a cabinet handle. I'll show you later in the video how I did that. But I usually let some of it drain out a little bit before I do this. And you don't have to do this. You can just let it sit in your refrigerator and let it strain longer, and it'll do that. But this one comes with a little handy hook that I just put on my cabinet. And then I just let the whey drip out. It does a really nice job. I like to let it strain in the fridge because it keeps the flavor better. But you can also leave it on the counter and let it strain like that. Or you can get a couple jars, fold over the little cloth on it, and put a couple jars on it to weigh it down, put it in your fridge. And the next day, half of the whey will drip out. So you're going to get half cheese, half whey. And see how it kind of pulls away really easy? That's how you know that it's done. And it's super creamy. And the longer you let it strain, the creamier and thicker that it will get. So I usually just dump it out of this little bag. And I also have instructions on how to do this with step-by-step pictures on the recipe with different gadgets to get this to make cheese. I have a Kefir cheese strainer. I also have a coffee filter method too. But it makes this delicious, thick cream cheese-like cheese that is so, so, so good. I like to put olive oil on it with seasonings and some fresh tomatoes, some mint, and it makes such a good creamy yogurt for sourdough toast. It's absolutely delicious.